using your sense of time to help you achieve goals. Stay tuned. This is Damon from NLP Gym. NLP Mind Hack, using time distortion to achieve goals. If you haven't already, please click subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can get these videos on a regular basis. So what does that even mean? It sounds like a big deal, time distortion. Well, it is kind of a big deal. And it's not something that you've never done before. It's actually something you do on a regular basis, but is usually unconscious. And this kind of defines a lot of what NLP is. It's taking the processes and the programming that you already have created and how you've created it, making it conscious, and then finding ways to use it to your advantage so that you can reprogram the programming. So now you have a choice about it rather than just sort of being a victim of your everyday programming. So we all have a sense of time, and I did a video probably a month ago on eliciting your timeline. Included in the text below, you will find a link to that video so they can catch you up. It's better if you see that video first, if you've never done NLP timeline elicitation. It's better if you watch that video or if you have some knowledge of timeline. So basically we have a timeline, and it's the way that we code and have a sense of time. And for some of us, that the future kind of runs through us, the present is right here and the past is behind us. That's called in time. Through time people such as myself, I see my future going off to the right here and a little bit curved and not quite directly to my right, but more slanted. And then I see my past going this way and kind of down. Everybody's going to do this a little bit differently. It's good to know how you code time before you work with timeline. So what you'd do is you'd lay your timeline on the floor, like here, and put your future out in front of you, put your past behind you. You in-time people, you already do this, so shouldn't be much of a stretch. So now that I'm in my timeline, I'm facing the future and the past is behind me, get a sense of something you want, something you would like to have, something you would like to achieve. And get a sense of when you want that. And look out at your timeline in the future, and where do you see that happening on your timeline? Then become very well aware of being present and where you are in the present and not having what it is that you want. Get in touch with your feelings of right now and get a sense of what is missing. What might be missing? At least ask yourself that question. What's missing from right now, other than if it's an object that you're looking for? So if you say it's or an object that you want to achieve, like money or a car or something like that, get in touch with what's the value you're looking for that you're not experiencing that a car or money would give you. If it's something more internal and you know what the value is, it's better to know that and have a sense of that, because then you can have a sense of what's missing. Because objects, material, goals, that sort of thing, it's not the object, it's not the money, it's with a value that you assign to that object or material. Get a sense of what's missing, and then step out into your future. And I'm not going to do that because I'll go off camera here, but step into your future and get a sense of stepping into having that thing that you want or achieving that goal that you want. And when you're there, take a look back at how you got there. Experiencing having what it is that you want, think back to when you didn't have it and what was missing then. And think about all the steps you had to take and all the things you had to do and all the ways that you had to think in order to get to achieving what it is that you want. Once you do that, slowly step back from the future. As you're taking those steps, get a sense of what it took to get you to that point. And now you're going backwards, you're reviewing what it took, the way you had to think, the effort you had to put in, the steps you had to take in order to get there. You step it back into the present. Once you're back in the present, you should have a very clear sense of what you need to do and what's missing in the present that you're looking to achieve in the future. Now, it might take more than that. You might have to go back over that timeline. Feel free to play with this and step back into it and take the steps necessary to get back to that place in the future where you're actually having that thing that you wanted. And you can do this back and forth as many times as you need to get an understanding of where you need to go. And you can almost like sort of build the neurology in to getting what you want, and it can become a well-worn path into your timeline of getting you there. Once you're done, make sure you you end the process by being back in the present, looking at what it is that you want, seeing the ideal you as if you already have it. Make sure you end the process being in the present. If you were to end the process staying in the future and giving yourself the sense that you already have it, it may diminish your motivation. You don't want to do that. So finish the process being in the present, looking down the pathway to getting what it is you want, and seeing the ideal you, the person, the you that has already achieved that, in whatever way that appears to you. Check out our website, nlp-gym.com. Follow us on Facebook for real-time updates on workshops and also free practice sessions. Also, if you like this video, please click like right down here, and feel free to leave me a comment or even a question, and we'll get back to you. Stay tuned to the end of this video. You'll see a way to get your hands on an online sensory acuity training that is absolutely free. It's a great place to start if you don't have any NLP training, and if you do have NLP training, even for advanced practitioners, there's no such thing as having too much sensory acuity. It's something you can constantly hone and get better at. Take care.